once again, we are here on a beautiful, beautiful new week in the fall, allegedly fall season, where it's like 75 degrees today because the South is weird.
Yeah.
Levi,
Yes,
what's up, bro?
Not much. Interesting week of weekend.
It was.
Football. Yeah.
It was. Let us begin by saying rest in peace to Alabama 2022 national championship campaign.
Yeah.
Where it is ended, before it is done. This will be one of the 3 lost Alabama years, huh?
Yeah, first one since I don't know when let's see. Let me look that up now.
Feel like
we're the first one. This is the first time we've lost 2 games before going into Auburn since 2010, the Cam Newton game.
The Cam year? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And which was, as we all know, one of the most talented Alabama teams. But I mean, a lot of those guys just won the Natty the year before, so you can kind of give it.
Hadn't they won 2 or been to 2? Had they won 2?
No, 09 was the first year.
Oh, okay. 2010 was like because everybody came back and they thought they were just gonna go back.
Yeah. Got a little
that's the Steven Garcia year, right?
Yeah, dude, that's the Steven Garcia year, and it just was all kind of downhill.
Right.
That was BCS era, so that was kind of you lost, so
you're
national
done.
Championship's over with. Yeah,
give that up.
And is that the year we got killed by Oklahoma too, maybe, or Utah?
No, they won. That's who you beat Michigan State. They Michigan State that year.
Oh, the Capital One Bowl. Yeah, that was Kirk Cousins, aka Kirk Thuggins.
Right. Yeah.
Some are saying, which we'll get to later as well.
Yeah, that was the Utah year. Was the 08 year, the Tebow year.
That's right.
Yeah. I do want to say about that. I didn't watch that entire game. I did tune into the overtime and saw the 2-point conversion and saw people being like, what a gutsy call. And I'm like, I mean, it's overtime. So just do it in the game.
Yeah.
I think it was a gutsy call.
And too, when you know, like Alabama's DBs and that whole secondary doesn't know what they're doing. I'm not blaming that just on players. That's because of coaches too. I take advantage of that as well. I knew it was over, bro. I knew when I saw Brian Kelly was going for the 2, I was like, okay, it's over.
It felt like a wrap. I'm like, this is gonna end. Yeah. I would have been more shocked they didn't get that conversion, honestly. I've been very shocked they didn't get that conversion. So this year, man, we talked about it before, man, but this is literally the hardest I've ever seen an Alabama quarterback have to work.
Yeah.
Like Bryce Young really be out here working in ways that Tua didn't have to, Mac didn't have to, Jalen really didn't have to. Bryce got to do a lot for this team.
Yeah.
And I think it's just catching up because you can't ask quarterback to do that much in any program, not even Alabama. Like at some point you need the talent. And I think they just don't have it at receiver, which is weird to say, but they don't have that. They don't have the threats at receiver and they don't have the coordinator to hide that either. It's the other part. You know?
Our receivers are mediocre to good, depending on which one you're talking about. Our best one in that group is Ja'Cory Brooks, but Ja'Cory Brooks is he's that little bit bigger presence and he just has good hands, but it's not like it's not like an excellent route runner or speed guy. He's not going to break away from his dudes. And the rest of the guys, Jermaine Burton's pretty much like the same story. And his hands are questionable at times. And then Holden, who got the start at the year at the wide receiver 1 spot, the X spot, he's been nowhere, a no-show pretty much this whole season. And then we got 2 small guys, JoJo Earl and Isaiah Bond. I mean, those guys have been all right, but we haven't really seen them be able to shine because those are 2 dudes who have specialties that could be elite and help them move on to the next level. Like Isaiah Bond's got really good top speed, but like you said, Titus, we don't have an offensive coordinator to help us skate by or is to helping us in any certain way. So yeah, Bryce Young behind what is an average offensive line. It's not a bad offensive line, but it's not an elite one either, which is why the running game's been kind of poo. But you can also go back to the offense coordinator on that too. But yeah, it's just we're not elite in a lot of different places like we usually are. Probably the only place we were elite at was is quarterback and Bryce Young. And then I'm gonna give the elite to Jahmyr Gibbs as well. But Jahmyr Gibbs like did all that he could do, so you can't blame him.
Yeah, he can only do so much. So does this kill the 3-loss SEC team fantasy that I've seen people trying to dilly about?
What, to get into the playoff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure. Someone's trying to tell me that it's still alive. I'm like, there's no way. You can't justify 3 teams in the playoffs this year.
Well, I mean, unless teams keep losing, though. I mean, Clemson just lost. So Clemson, they're out of there.
Clemson, I didn't think Clemson was gonna make it through this season. They look like they were waiting to lose.
I never had Clemson in either. Ohio State sure didn't look good against a 1-7 Northwestern team. They looked really bad, and I mean, you just don't know how everything's gonna play out.
Yeah, I'll say it has Indiana and Maryland before they get to Michigan, and Michigan has Michigan's remaining schedule. Nebraska and Illinois. So that's going to determine a lot. It's going to be a weird year. It's a weird year. TCU for national champs. Let's go. Horned Frogs.
Yeah.
Horned Frogs.
Titus, will you ask me a question? Will you ask me, Levi, has Nick Saban lost it?
Levi, has Nick Saban lost it?
Titus, that was a good question. Thank you for that question. I'm going to say no, Nick Saban has not lost it. And I just despise every time that topic gets thrown around or jumps back up. It's like Nick Saban's clearly lost it. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Titus, and what's making me start to think that maybe the man's slipping a little bit in his judgments, and also in the gut, the fire and the fire in the belly, the flames in the gut.
Yeah. Also known as fire in the belly.
Yeah, exactly. Bill O'Brien, I was trying to come up with something else, but Bill O'Brien should have skated into Tuscaloosa on thin ice. And I'm talking about the ice that PETA or whoever shows us when they're showing the polar bears and they're like, save the climate. They're on that ice. And this is a man who was the GM and the head coach of the Texans and traded DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best top receivers in the league and the best one to ever don a Texans uniform, besides Andre Johnson. Shout out Andre Johnson. And we're gonna let him come in here and just serve up vanilla soft serve for elite talent that has clearly not, I mean, it hasn't worked, Titus. It hasn't worked. The only reason why we won the Natty under Bill O'Brien that first year is because, dude, we had elite guys to bail him out. But now it's so clear Bill O'Brien is not good. Go back and look at his track record. There's nothing spectacular about it. It's an outdated offense. It was cool back when the spread was a new thing, but now it's just vanilla. And if Nick Saban doesn't fire Bill O'Brien, he's gotten soft and he's slipping. I've already given the excuses. I get why you want to bring Bill O'Brien back, because you want some consistency. And that's one of the things coaches recruit against you with, is like, if you go to Alabama, you'll have a new OC every year. So Nick Saban just wants somebody to be loyal to him. But F loyalty, Nick. We got to go get trophies, and we're not going to do it with butthole chin. It's not even like, you know how people are like, oh, you got a butt crack chin? It's literally a butthole chin.
I'm glad you got that out. Do you feel good?
I mean, I have a lot more, but it wouldn't sound good. So yeah, but I do feel a little bit better.
We're going to continue this. I want to continue this therapy session. I need to place a phone call.
Okay. Is this the Colts phone call? Okay. Well, breaking news today. Frank Reich was fired as the Indianapolis Colts head coach. Sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm not trying to interrupt. And Jeff Saturday, coming from the hoity-toity ESPN Bristol lobbies studios, to come to Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium.
All right, so I got my man Q. Y'all have heard him on the pod before. My guy, my bro. He is also a Colts fan, and I wanted to get his live thoughts so you guys can get to the mind of the Colts fans. Q, how you feel after your team fired Frank Reich, right decision, and hired a dude that was on TV and used to be your offensive lineman?
Doug, I feel like me, I cannot even try to explain what this team is doing. Nothing about this team is made sense the whole season. Bro, I love Jeff Saturday like any other Colts fan loves Jeff Saturday. He wasn't even on the staff. It wasn't like he was an assistant coach. Nothing. He literally, I don't understand. I don't. Jim Irsay is bugging the fuck out. The GM is bugging the fuck out. Everyone here is just completely out of their minds to think that hiring someone off the name isn't what we should be doing right now. We had a team that was built to contend if you got a good quarterback, I feel like. And you're just taking all these different steps in the wrong direction. So I seen that shit immediately. I was like, I don't even I was like, I saw Frank Reich got fired. Yes, Frank Reich got fired. And then I saw Jeff Saturday got hired. I was like, oh, wait, what? We got worse? we did something dumber? So I want this team abolished. I want this team taken away from the state of Indiana. I want 31 teams in the National Football League. Give this football team to San Antonio or whoever the fuck is. They don't deserve to be a football team no more, because I truly don't have it left in me anymore to deal with this team.
I feel like for you, Colts man, you got a question, Levi?
I just want to play devil's advocate here. What if the real enemy is Jeff Saturday? What if Jim Irsay and maybe Jeff Saturday, they had a discussion in the past, and some drunken poker bet, and Jim Irsay gave up a future interim spot, in that bet, and went to Jeff Saturday. But Jim Irsay was really just expecting, when he got him on the phone, to say, hey, I'm so honored, Jim, for you to put me into consideration. But there's no way I could lead this team. I haven't even been inside the locker room this year. I don't know that coaching staff. So isn't the onus more on him to just deny that spot than to actually think you can come in and shake things up and make it new?
I blame everybody. I blame everyone. I blame everyone involved. I blame anyone who thought this was a good idea. I blame anyone that thought that this made any sense at all. Like I said, I do not understand where this even could have possibly came from. Like I said, this was a team that, if you looked at it, the defense wasn't great, but there was potential stars in the defense. Jonathan Taylor was the best running back in the NFL last year. He had a great offensive line, and now we don't have any type of identity at all. And now we have a coach who wasn't even coaching this for anywhere at all this season. So I blame everyone involved. Like I said, I blame the state of Indiana. I blame the University of Indiana. I blame Tom Crean, the coach the basketball team.
Do you blame Larry Bird?
I blame Rick Carlisle. I blame Miles Turner. I blame everyone associated with Indiana, because this is just, like I said, I got no words for it. I gotta go. I have a great rest of the show. But like I said, I blame everyone involved.
All right, bro. Thank you. So yeah, that's the mind of the Colts fan right now. He didn't get the Larry Bird. The Larry Bird question was interesting because he's also a Celtics fan.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've been very curious to see if he did blame Larry Bird.
Is he from Indiana?
I don't think so.
What's behind the Colts fandom?
I'm not sure. I never asked, actually.
I wonder if it's just a Peyton Manning thing.
It could be. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some people, including my dad, we were more of a Colts household when I was growing up because he was a Peyton Manning fan.
Yeah. I just texted him to see if he also blamed Larry Bird so we can get thoughts of this. I know it's so
exactly. Yeah, we need to know that answer. We need to know that. Because I feel like Larry should not, that's one man that should not be thrown into this.
He's got to be left out. He's got to be left out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is like a therapy session episode, but I don't have any like sports rants right now. Like my team is doing good and I'm not bothered by anything. My team's like 8-0, so I really don't have anything to be sad and rant about. And it feels weird for me to not be the one to have a rant. I always have a rant.
Yeah, I know. What a time.
What life is crazy sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have an update. He says, I said they also blame Larry Bird. He said yes as a Celtics fan and a hater of the state of Indiana. So, yes.
Wow. Wow. Can we? I mean, did you see the Falcons Falcon on Sunday?
Oh, bro. So let me tell you my experience watching that. Right. So I wasn't fully at the game on, but I was on my laptop. And I look up and I see the Chargers fumble the ball, and I see the Falcons running it back. And I look back down, and I'm thinking dude was down or something. That's how the Chargers got the ball back. That's what I thought. So I didn't realize that the Falcons dude fumbled the ball back to the Chargers until like an hour later. Like he did what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that, I mean,
very Falcons thing.
It was. Yeah. And it was also them playing the Chargers, which literally could have caused Ragnarok. Yeah. All right. So it was only one way for that to end. And I did think about you, Levi, when I saw it. I said, you know what? I believe I was pissed for like a few seconds, but then he remembered the tank.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny because when that happened, I got the tank discussion got brought up because I was with a couple of people when we were watching it. And now I'm more in the camp of let's just go for it because we've won too much already. I mean, we're not going to be a lottery pick per se in this draft. So yeah, just go for it.
I respect that. And the division's winnable. It's a mad winnable division.
Yeah.
This is mad winnable. I understand. I'm in favor of all of you winning it except the Saints. I need all of you to keep the Saints and losing as much as possible. That's what I need.
Why?
Because we got the draft pick. I want it to be as high as possible. I want that draft pick to be in the single digits. Keep that thing in the singles, please. It is beautiful to me. Yeah, so that game was certainly something. Geno Smith, I thought he wrote back for a little bit Sunday. I was like, oh no, Geno wrote back. It's not going well. He wrote back. Yeah. But then he ripped up the letter. Like he wrote the letter, but he ripped it up. And then said, no, I have nothing to say to you. And went back into Geno Smith. Geno Smith, we all know from this season.
What's the record now?
They are 6-3, bro.
Surprising.
I'm going to tell you something, Levi. I don't necessarily care about going undefeated. I'm not tripping on that. Like, I'm not really tripping on the undefeated thing. I'm not really tripping on like a one-loss season. My biggest necessity in this season, Levi, is to not play the Seahawks in the playoffs. I do not want to play Seattle. Seattle is the bane of the Eagles' existence. I don't know what it is about them, but the problem is we have not been able to. I don't remember the last time we beat Seattle in a football game, Levi. I really don't. I cannot remember the last time we beat them. Here,
I didn't know it was like that.
In Philly, over there, I don't know when we beat them, bro. They are a problem for us. Pete Carroll is just I don't know. It's something. It's something with Pete and us, and I don't want that problem. And I for sure don't want to go there. God bless whoever has to go play a playoff game in Seattle, because you're out of there, buddy. You are going home. You might as well chalk it up. Don't even make the trip because it's done for you. You're losing that first game. And they're going to get a home game if they win that division. You're done. So I don't care where we finish as long as we don't have to play Seattle in the playoffs. That's all I want, bro. That's all I really want in life is to not play Seattle. That's my biggest fear.
I understand that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my biggest fear. Go ahead.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
And this can kind of segue us into a different game. But Who do you think's more potent? This now that I'm about to say it out loud, it's kind of a stupid question because I think we'll both have the same answer and it's kind of obvious. But who has the better offense, or what's the worst three-headed monster? The D. Smitty, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, or the Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa?
I mean, I think Jalen Waddle is a better receiver than Devontae Smith right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go Miami. If I'm going
So
with that.
Jalen Waddle's the difference.
Yeah. Like, I think AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill is kind of a wash me, depending on the skill set you want to have. But obviously, the speed of Tyreek Hill changes everything. But I think Jalen Waddle is a better receiver than Devontae Smith right now.
Okay.
Because I'm happy with AJ. I think healthy AJ has just been amazing, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But he's on the short list of receivers for sure. I think he's a tier 1. But I think Waddle is he's a tier above Devontae, wherever I had Devontae right now.
Okay.
You know, I love Devontae, but yeah, I have Jalen Waddle over Devontae. So I think that's the difference. The biggest difference.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's actually more of a difference than just those two. I would give the edge still to Tyreek over AJ, even though I would say overall it could wash, but
yeah,
I mean, Tyreek's creeping into that elite level if he's not already in that elite level.
For sure. I mean, he's on pace for 2,000 yards this year. Like, he is an absolute force.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Tua and Jalen are pretty much a wash. But I would say they're the better offensive team. I would say they definitely have the edge on offense, but y'all clearly have the better defense.
Yeah.
So that's what makes those teams evened up.
Right. The offense has also been able to produce for 4 quarters consistently, which is still a thing that we struggle with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. I definitely give this. I will give this to the Dolphins in that. I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah. Miami Dolphins, number 1.
But I do want to apologize for the Dolphins, or to the Dolphins, and all the Miami people out there. I want to apologize for not putting Miami in my Super Bowl. I was trying to go to what word did you say earlier to me? What did you text me about the Derrick Henry?
You're trying to believe in unprecedented?
Oh yeah, I bet on the unprecedented. So my Raiders and Packers matchup still looks worse, and it gets worse and worse as the season progresses. And I mean, I've been very adamant. I thought Miami was going to be really good this year. I'm 2-9 all the way. I've always been a big believer in Jalen. I didn't know Tyreek was at this level, and he clearly is. So I apologize to Miami for not putting them in my Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad some of us had the foresight to do that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
I did. I may have forgotten that I did it when I did it, but I definitely did it.
Yeah.
You might have had to remind me. But I for sure did it. Mentioning Josh McDaniels, he's done, right? Like, is he gonna get through this season? Well, I think he'll get through this year, but is he gonna be back next year? Because this is bad.
Yeah, but I mean, how crazy is that? So he's had 2 head coaching jobs that lasted 3 years combined?
Yeah, 2.5. Because he got fired in the middle of that other season. He got fired in the middle of
in the middle of it.
I think he did. Yeah, I don't think.
So it was 1.5 or 2.5.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. It could be. I ain't gonna lie. Having a McDaniels and a McDaniel as a head coach would be real confusing. People just be using last names.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? I'll be like, somebody like, McDaniel. I'm like, what happened to the Dolphins? It's just it's an S. My bad. It's an S. He was the Broncos coach for 2009 to 2010. So that's like a season and a piece of another one.
Josh McDaniels, he's just, when you're talking about coaches, he's definitely one of those guys. He's got his own system, and people have to fit that system in order for it to work. Even though he's got a gold mine over there with offensive talent. I mean, Josh Jacobs has been great this year, and they were thinking about trading him. They were like, "Oh, Josh Jacobs has been kind of a disappointment." And I mean, he's been the one bright spot for that offense. But Josh McDaniels is one who definitely he's not versatile. He cannot conform to his players' talent. And I mean, I've never really seen anything special in him when he was at New England. So I guess it's probably best to cut the cord early. but also you always have to take into consideration what is Mark Davis's finances looking like
That's
right
a
now.
great
Can he
point. I'm glad
afford
you
to
brought that
cut
up.
a coach?
I'm glad you brought. I was thinking that while you were saying that. Yeah, that's the real question. How much can he afford?
Yeah, I learned this weekend. I didn't know that a Las Vegas game is actually the most expensive game to go to when it comes to ticket prices.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, parking and merchandise and food. So Mark Davis trying to get every penny he can right now.
I feel like it's probably why there's a lot of road fans showing up, because like this is just a weekend trip. Let's go to Vegas, especially if you're like a team that doesn't play them every year. You know, it's like, hey, Vegas weekend, let's show up. You know, the other thing I think about the Raiders is, what do you do with Derek Carr? Because Derek's not bad. I would never say Derek Carr is a bad quarterback. He's also not exceptional. He's firmly in the middle. And you can get by with the in-the-middle quarterback if the roster is right. If the roster isn't right, you already paid them, and you seem to be stuck. And I feel like they're in a place where I don't know what they do with that, you know?
Yeah. But I don't watch enough Raiders. So I know Darren Waller's been a no-go this year. I don't know if that's more because of just terrible scheming and not giving him open, or maybe we do forget Darren Waller is up there in age, even though he just busted out on the scene a few years ago. But there's a lot of things to consider. I just haven't watched that offense enough and to see how they run things just to really pinpoint why it's so bad or why it's going wrong.
Yeah. Who gets who?
And I thought that defense would be a lot better too this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Who departs first? Josh McDaniels or Aaron Rodgers?
Josh McDaniels.
Not mad at it. The Packers are bad. That's a bad football team, Levi.
Are they tanking? Are they?
Is it a covert tank? Is it a covert tank?
Maybe.
That's interesting. That's an interesting concept. Aaron Rodgers in on it? Think Aaron's in on the tank?
Or maybe what if this is just Aaron deciding he's going to tank and he's going to prove a point, and they better. And if they don't use that first round pick for a wide receiver, he's retiring or something like that.
I can see him totally doing that too.
Yeah. I would not blame him. I'm like, you know what, Aaron, what he sent a message, man.
I wouldn't either, bro. I wouldn't either. Like, as weird as I find everything they did with each other to be, and how he handled the offseason last year, I'm looking at that receiver core. I'm like, Aaron, you kind of do have a point. I gotta say, you're not really bugging. But it's like I said before, man. I think I said it last week, probably. Like, Aaron, I feel like he thought he could carry a team by himself.
Yeah.
He could make everybody better. He just doesn't have it like that anymore. That time is still in his career. You know, you need to be surrounded by scheme, talent. You need all that, and they don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
The scoring 9 points on the Detroit Lions defense is flagrant. That is a flagrant failure.
Yeah.
And no matter how bad the Russ was, he had 3 picks. I think 2 of them were in the red zone, right? 2 or 3 of them in the red zone. All of them might have been in the red zone.
I don't know how. I think 2 for sure. I'm not sure.
We'll go with 2. Yeah, we'll go with 2 in the red zone. Like, that was an ugly performance, man. Scoring 9 points on the Lions, and then stopping the Lions' offense was actually been good this year. You know, your defense did your job. You just didn't help them at all. You know what I'm saying? The Buccaneers defense held the Rams for a half, and then Brady finally went and got a touchdown to win it. You know, at some point you got to help him out a little bit. But Aaron, we got to put him in the crock pot. It's cooked.
Yep.
Put it on low. It's not a fast cook. It's a low cook. It's a low cook.
Yeah.
It's a real low cook. Thank God we didn't have to watch the Broncos play this week. I'm appreciative of that. Give them another bye week. Just don't let me see them again. I'm good. I don't want to watch that team anymore. Just give them
putting them in prime time. I'm sure they got another prime time game left, at least one.
Let me look ahead right now, because I really hope not.
After we settle that, I have a question for you.
Okay. Hold on. I could have went to their schedule. Why'd I do that? Why'd I make that so difficult? Jesus. I did that as difficult as possible. I was going through the week by week NFL schedule. Says clicking on the Broncos logo to see the schedule. I don't know what I was doing. They have a Sunday night game in December against the Chiefs.
But
December is flex time usually, right? think December's flex time.
It may be.
Yeah, so they might get flexed out of there. They
I
have
hope so.
I have a bad question, Levi. Don't
All
judge
right,
me.
go ahead.
What day is Christmas? 25th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They have a Christmas Day game, but the NFL falls on a Sunday this year, so that might be a regular week.
Oh, so it falls on a Sunday this year?
Yeah, Christmas falls on a Sunday this year.
Okay, well, I think going on now from the future, they're going to start having Christmas Day games.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what the discussion has been. That's what I was like starting 2023, I think.
Oh yeah, they got a whole Christmas Eve slate.
Oh, there's Christmas Eve too.
Yeah, they got most of the games are on Christmas Eve, and they're playing 3 on Christmas Day. So yeah, that's what they're doing.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, these Christmas Day games are nasty though. They might as well just stay where they was at. We got Packers, Dolphins, Broncos, Rams, and Bucks, Cardinals.
I guess like the wives are like, honey, you have to spend Christmas with your family this year. Those games are trash.
That's a fact. But Eagles Cowboys is the 24th, is Christmas Eve. So
okay.
Eagles fans can get away from the wives. But you fans of these Sunday games? Nah, just y'all spend time with y'all can be with the family. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a family day for sure. The other go ahead.
I got a question.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah.
Titus.
Yes, sir.
Kirk Cousins. Good?
Still going with right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the best I can give him is like it's only so much I can do with the same. Now, 2 minutes left, 1 p.m. game, no national television. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible quarterback.
Yeah.
One of the best in the world.
The man can thread, camels through needles or needles through whatever.
Yeah, like that man, that man does magic in those situations.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. That I don't know how this is gonna work in the playoffs when like they put him at night because hey, it's playoffs national TV. I don't know if he's gonna request like a 1 o'clock start regional game. I don't know. But yeah, no, Kirk, all right. I saw his little dance.
Yeah, do you like I like the look actually. The shirtless chain.
It did actually
up
fit
look.
him. It did actually fit him in a way that I didn't expect it to.
And the glasses, he's low key ripped, bro. Didn't think Kirk Cousins had that.
Yeah, he doesn't wear his uniform. Doesn't help him. It does him no favor.
And he's got the loose sleeves, so you know.
He looks like he looks like he still looks like a backup college quarterback.
Yeah, he does.
In a uniform, he looks like Matt Saracen.
Yeah,
and it's why it doesn't translate. But they had debatable with the Commanders, and Taylor Heineke you see Taylor Heineke's interception at the end of that game?
No, I didn't.
It was a real Carson Wentz experience.
It was.
He just missed them. I mean, it was right. It was just right past the receiver, right to the defense. Like, the Carson gets us all eventually, man.
I told you, Taylor Heineke gives you fireworks, bro. I mean, either way, it's going to be something
one way or another. One way or another. That's a good question though. Do you have another one?
No, Kirk Cousins was the only one I had.
Oh, what do you think? Where do you stand with him? Do you stand with him? Is he on the good? Is he good?
I mean, I'm just waiting for it to fall apart, even though I really don't, because I do like that Vikings team.
The team is nice,
and I'm coming around on. Yeah, I'm coming around on Kirk Cousins. I mean, I never really liked him. I just thought he was like corny and just too vanilla.
I mean, he still is. But they just accept it. Yeah.
But I've heard him in some interviews recently, like with PMT, and they're good at like trying to get guys to break or whatever. But I mean, he's just like genuinely a nice dude, and he seems to like genuinely care about everybody on his team and all that. So I guess I can't hate on that too much, and I want to see everybody else succeed on that team. So, and my boy DJ Wanham. So right now I'm giving Kirk Cousins good, but it can change.
I respect that. Justin Fields, are you ready to give him the good?
Oh yeah. I'll give Justin Fields good, but I will say this: it can change. I'm not saying I don't really. Even if he just starts playing badly this year, I won't change it this
it's
year.
Still variables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm talking about more the future where when they build that offense up more and where they're drawing up these situations where he doesn't have to run it and he needs to sit in the pocket and deliver it. I'm still not sold on that. But him rolling out of the pocket, throwing on the run or just running, great at it. Great.
Yeah,
and so I'll give him good right now.
Yeah, there are elements of a good quarterback there. It just needs to be pieced together.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to have the right scheme, the right coaching. And they're going to have $100 million in cap room this offseason. So there's no reason for them to not do what the Eagles did, not do what the Dolphins did. You rebuild that offense around that quarterback and see what you got. That's what they should be doing this offseason, straight up. Like, rebuilding that entire offensive system. You got a lot of money to play with. That's the perfect time to do it. So we'll see what happens. I'm glad they finally started, catering some stuff to him rather than trying to force a square peg in a round hole. Is that the phrase?
Yeah.
We might be the worst show at knowing phrases.
We are. No, we are.
We're so bad experts at it. Right. If somebody put a compilation together of those, it'd be so many. Just us us guessing phrases and hoping we're right. Like, it'd be so many of them. But yeah. I saw Phil's stat line yesterday, and it was like, first off, I saw the Dolphins at 30 points. I mean, the Bears had 30 points. I was like, the Bears scored 30 points today. On the dog, what is this? And I look at his stat line, it was like 119 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm like, 119 pass yards, 3 touchdowns. And then I saw the rushing yards. I was like, oh, Phil's going crazy. I see what's happening here. Yeah, he broke Michael Vick's record for the most rushing yards in the game. Dude is an athlete.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, for a quarterback in all, it wasn't like as a sophomore, whatever he is. Like,
I think it was his quarterback. Yeah, quarterback.
Oh, okay.
178 yards. Yeah. Great performance from him. I'm glad to see him getting it together a little bit, because it did look like at times he didn't know how to play football. Yeah. It really looked like that. He looked really lost out there. And I'm glad to see he's not broken, because a lot of quarterbacks would be broken at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see he's not. Zachary Wilson, the Cougar Hunter.
That dog.
That dog. Is he good?
Bro, I want to believe in Zach Wilson, mainly ever since I saw that video. What's that video of who posted it? Dan Orlovsky. But it was that video game throw when he got hit.
And just launched it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And ever since that, I've been sold on the Zach Wilson train. And then we get this off-season news. I'm like, oh, this dude's not just a dog, but he's a full-on bull mastiff. Like, this is a big dog out here. So I want to believe. Yeah. I want to believe in Zach Wilson, but right now I'm giving him that side finger where I'm still not sure yet.
He's in the know, that's his category.
Yeah.
His category. But I have to say, Levi, this Robert Saleh Jets era is a new team. And I know that because do you know how that game started off for them? Did you see the opening kickoff?
No, I didn't. The
opening kickoff, the kicker slips and the ball barely goes across midfield. Like, it skips to midfield, and the Bills just fall on. So the Bills have field position at midfield to start the game. But because it's a new Jets year, they threw an interception. The Bills threw a pick. The Robert Saleh era is a different time in New York right now. There's something here, Levi. The Jets might have a future. They might have a future, Levi. I saw it. The fact they survived that type of play to open up the game shows me there are elements of something. There's something is brewing in the Meadowlands, the New Jersey Eastern Meadowlands Stadium Park. What's the name of that place? New Meadowlands. Is that what it's called? I forget.
The Meadowlands.
Yeah.
East. Are you talking about the
stadium
company name?
It's a company.
Or it's like a bank, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I'll be forgetting these places be named after, be like sponsors.
It's it's MetLife.
Oh, okay.
MetLife Stadium.
There we go. I feel like Meadowlands.
East Rutherford.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like Meadowlands. I didn't make that up, did I? I don't think I made that up.
No. It says MetLife Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium at the Meadowlands Sports Complex.
Okay, cool. There we go. All right. So I had something in there, right? I was really scared I made up Meadowlands. I was gonna sleep at night wondering how I came up with that and be really confused. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, there's something in the water. There's something in the water for the Jets. The Giants don't have that water, but the Jets got it.
Yeah.
Something in the water. It's definitely in the water.
Wait, so you don't think it's not in the water with the Giants though?
Nah.
Oh,
As much as I like the Brian Daboll interview on God Bless Football, nah, I don't see it.
Dave's is a cool guy.
He really is. That was a great interview. But nah, I don't see it there. I don't see it, Levi. I think that's all the NFL I have. Do you have anything else from this week? Do you have any takeaways?
Let me check real quick. Baker Mayfield got back in this.
I saw that.
Week.
I saw that.
2 TDs.
The PJ Walker Baker Mayfield thing is interesting to me because I really like PJ because he's an XFL success story, and I find that to be awesome. But also, I still feel like slightly bad for what happened to Baker in Cleveland. I do.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But that, man.
Do you think LeBron James feels bad for Baker? Do you think that was immoral of them to do to
Probably not. I don't know. Like if you ask LeBron, he'd probably be like, I knew Baker. I had a feeling Baker wouldn't make it here.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. Do you see there's a new trend? Have you seen the trend on Twitter? People posting LeBron's picture with fake quotes, the things that he would lie about, making up lies that he would say.
So I heard about he lied about listening to Takeoff and the Migos, which RIP Takeoff, my favorite Migos. Sad, but he said since 2010,
right?
When I started with the Heat, and it was like, dude, they didn't put out their first like album or mixtape till 2011.
He is.
Is he starting to get in that Russell Wilson territory?
Honestly, he's approaching it, but his lies just be more egregious.
Yeah, because it's very obvious that since day one, LeBron has cared about what his image is, and he's been very meticulous on but I think as he gets older, though, and the relative, I'm not saying he's not relevant, but him staying up with the relativity.
He's trying to build his mythology for when he retires. I think he's aware of his mortality, trying to build his mythology as big as possible for when it's over.
That's obvious through his Twitter account, bro. When he's talking to himself, he's posting his high school videos, and he was like,
"That's a Nike thing,
young
isn't it?"
Bron.
Nike doing that camp? I don't know. I thought they were.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that was just LeBron doing his own campaigning.
But yeah, he's been. It's like this dude said on Twitter. This is what started it. At M. Miles Brown tweeted, "LeBron is a generational liar. I get it. He's had a mic in his face. He was 16 and feels need to give a good quote. So he says what you want to hear. But can we at least keep track of them all as basketball reference? I like to revisit some highlights."
That would be awesome.
It would. And it's true. Like he has been like in the media for so long and has had to care about his image since he was longer than he's been alive, basically, right? Like he's had to be a professional for more than half his life at this point.
Yeah.
So I get it. But bro, these lies be killing me.
Yeah. That's why
remember he said he knew Kobe was gonna score 81? Remember he said that?
Wait, he said what?
Remember he said he knew Kobe was gonna score 81? Like halfway the first quarter?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the more recent ones too. Everybody was jumping on him about, but I'm only bringing this up.
Is one of my favorites.
Do what?
That's my favorite quote. One of my favorites on the shop.
What, this Kobe thing?
No, when he was like, that's one of my favorite quotes. That dude on the shop. My favorite sayings.
Oh.
I had one coach, and he used to say, "Put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable."
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying.
I never heard that.
he just feels the need to give us to just be included. It's like, bro,
you
don't have to do this.
Yeah,
but it's so funny. I wonder if he's aware of it at this point. He's adding to it. Like, you think he's aware of it?
See, sometimes I think he is, but other times I'm like, I actually don't think he is aware of this.
I think you're right. I think it blends.
Yeah,
because that man is that. Remember, you hit that 3 in the playing game. Said he couldn't see.
Yeah. He said he saw 3 rims.
Saw 3 rims.
He just shot for the middle one.
Yeah.
But
it's funny because he told on the court, he told Steph, he's like, can't see. After he's like, can't see. I can't see. And Steph is looking at him like, bro. He's like, can't see. No, LeBron is hilarious, bro.
I got one more football thing before
we wrap
it up. Really, I just want you to kind of clarify, even though I totally agree that I do bet on the unprecedented.
Yes.
And I like to zig while everybody zags.
This
But
has
I
been a
don't
thing of
think
my
betting
weekend.
on Derrick Henry to be Derrick Henry this year was that unprecedented.
They didn't come after breaking his foot in half and getting like 7 plate spin or whatever happened to it was a little unprecedented.
You know what Derrick Henry is, though? He's an El Caballo.
A what?
An El Caballo.
What is that?
Well, it's Spanish for horse, but he's just not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I really didn't know that.
And then there's no, they talked about it on Levitard when they were talking about starting pitchers.
Okay.
Ranking starting pitchers. And the top was El Caballo. And so Derrick Henry is El Caballo.
I respect that. But no, you were right about that. You're right about that. But betting on their precedent has been a thing of my weekend. Because people did that and they were trying to take a victory lap on it. It's like, bro, you had no way to know this was possible. So you were just a victim about the rest of my weekend. It's okay.
But the whole, I'm telling you, bro, there's weight into the theory of if you're a breakout running back or if you're a running back who just got a new contract, don't expect to play every game next season because something's going to happen to you. It's just a curse. That's how it goes.
Well, Jeff Saturday's about to have him running that football, though. I know that much. That ball's going to be on the ground, buddy. Yeah. Jeff Saturday is in the building. Remember, Jeff got into a yellow match with Peyton Manning by running the football.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So it's coming back. The run game.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being on that team and just having a dude that was in a suit show up to coach you on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Like just suddenly, hey, I'm head coach now, guys.
Yeah.
Tuesday. How do you guys usually run the week? What's your usual routine? It's like
he's gonna have Tony Dungy in there, bro. Right next to him.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. You're so right. It's like when a manager comes in and they got to get trained by the regular workers.
Yeah.
Like why? How you? Okay, whatever.
The next thing you know, all right, new running backs coach. We got Edgerrin James in here, and welcome Edgerrin.
Yo, bring the whole let the whole team coach. Somebody find Bob Sanders. He can be the DB's coach. Bob Sanders be the DB's coach. You know what I'm saying?
Brandon Stokely's going to be the wide receiver coach.
Yes. I'm gonna say something.
Can't bring Marvin back.
Nope. He can't come back. He can't come within 10 feet. Nope.
Bro, it's so funny though because I just always pictured Marvin Harrison just being like just one of those soft-spoken, just nicest guys because you never heard anything from him. And so it was,
there was a reason.
Bubble popper that I learned a few years ago. This man probably killed somebody.
Yes. Yeah. Like that was the wildest story. Cause like, yo, he wasn't soft spoken because that was his personality. He was soft spoken for a different reason.
Yeah.
Understood.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah. Right. And now his son's at Ohio State, and we're scared to say his name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On ESPN, they list him as MJ Jr.
I bet they do. He had the
MH.
He had Louis or Gucci cleats on. I was like, I bet nobody asked where he got them from. I bet y'all don't. Y'all don't ask no questions. He's so good too. That's the thing.
Yeah, he is really good.
Yeah, Ohio State does a great job with receivers. I don't know what they got up there, but they're incredible with the receivers. Yeah.
I mean, they had Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson come out last year, and then they'll have Harrison and Igbuka is good too.
Yeah, both of them coming out this year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, except where he freaking dropped a touchdown that I needed on Saturday. So it's okay.
For the points. Need the points.
Well, for the bet. I bet this man over on receiving touchdowns, bro. He got one touchdown and it was on the ground. So it didn't even count for me. And I went under.
I would have been pissed. They can even give me a jet pass.
I was so
a touch
mad,
pass
bro.
Or nothing. Nah, I'd be hot. I definitely would have been hot. Do you have a prediction on the Monday night game tonight? Ravens Saints?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens. Yeah, I'm going Ravens. For personal and business reasons. Or for professional and business reasons. You know what I'm saying? I need that pick to be high. Let me out, Baltimore. Baltimore is done. Levi, I'm not sure. I don't know if you saw, but the one receiver Baltimore had whose name has escaped me is out.
Duvernay?
Bateman.
Oh, Bateman. They got Duvernay though.
That's fair. It should be enough for this game. for this specific game, right?
Yeah. I mean, but it doesn't make sense why the Saints are so bad, though.
It really doesn't. I feel like it shows you how much what's his name was holding together, right?
Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean and Drew.
Yeah, which I didn't have any faith. I mean, I thought the Dennis Allen hire wasn't good, but I guess it made sense.
Yeah, it was a real continuity move, but it's like, is that the continuity you want?
Yeah.
They're truly one out of your life. But Mark Andrews is also out, so it's really going to be Duvernay and Lamar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That team is injury riddled, boy. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm saying you can cut my salary and fix it, but I don't want whatever you don't pay me, I need to go towards medical staff. Like I need all that guarantee money I don't get, put that in escrow to the medical staff because Lord, I'm tired of everybody being hurt every week. That's what I would do. You know, that's just me. But yeah, do we have anything else we need to hit?
Football wise, no.
Okay. Basketball wise, the season is in a quarter swing. We're about 10 games into the year, so we got about 70 to go.
It seems like a lot more than that already. It's
been a long season with very little talk about actual basketball.
Yeah, it's all been drama.
Yeah, like this has been a real soap opera season. The Milwaukee Bucks are 9-0, Levi, undefeated, never lost. Right on their heels are the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell is showing all of you who doubted him that I just needed somebody to play. I just need a guard to play with, apparently. That's all he needed. And need to get away from Rudy Gobert because that man is clearly ruining the Timberwolves. Yeah. By the way, I had to talk about Anthony Edwards today in a negative light, and I don't like it. So you better not let me do it again. I gotta send you this play. I forgot to send you this play because I was ignoring giving you your flowers for being right about Derrick Henry. So I did send it to you.
Wait, what?
I was ignoring giving you your flowers about being right about Derrick Henry, so I didn't send it to you.
Oh yeah.
I gotta send you this that happened the other night though. But Levi, early MVP voting, early MVP race. I believe it is Giannis Antetokounmpo with going for the third MVP because he is doing some magical things with the Bucks right now. No Chris Middleton. And he think he scored 30 in all but like one game this year. The only reason he didn't score 30 and that was because he subbed out. He like put the ball down, walked out of bounds so his brother could get in.
Like, yeah.
Like, I'll let y'all because that's just Giannis.
Wait, well, at the beginning of the year, the first game, he only scored 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got on a hot streak, I think.
Because Luka's the only one who's scored 30 plus every game.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But Giannis is averaging 30.
Yeah, Giannis has been a monster. They're locked in defensively, offensively. He's having 32 right now, yeah. 32, 12, and 5. Good gracious. He's really getting better, and it's kind of scary. I don't know what you do with that. But I think he's getting another MVP this year, man. I think he's going to get his third one.
Well, yeah, our conversation is going to be the Giannis versus Luka, and I'm about to defend your preseason pick at MVP, which was Luka.
Yes.
There's not much separating the two. I would just argue that Giannis is getting a little bit more help, especially from Drew Holiday, who's balling too this year. Fair. But look, it's ridiculous because to me, it just wows me more with Luka because you think, bro, you're playing the Mavs.
No, I understand.
Who do we have to D up? Luka. That's the only dude we got to stop. And I'm expecting, somebody's going to stop him. But the dude scored 30 plus every game.
There's a video someone put out on Twitter that Josh sent to me. The Raptors threw like 11 different looks at him, and I think he scored on all of them. Yeah.
Dude, in that game, I'm looking at it now, the man had 35 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block.
Luka's insane right now. Like, Luka is in some magical zone. Ever since FIBA, he's been wilding out since FIBA.
Yeah.
Like, FIBA Luka, he brought that to the regular season, and it's a little bit terrifying. Yeah. It is. But I think at the end of the day, because the Mavericks are only 5-3 right now, I think. Yeah, they're 5-3. If it stands and the Bucks keep I know they can't go undefeated, obviously, but the Bucks finish in first, and the Mavs are in like fifth or sixth in the West, I think Luka's gonna get it just because of the team success.
Yeah,
but that does play a factor. Which would ruin my bet, but my preseason pick. But
wait,
I mean, honestly, looking at the numbers,
you think Giannis would get it?
Giannis, yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, looking at it, bro, you can't go wrong either way. You really can't.
Yeah.
But also, this makes me realize that I think I said this last year. Embiid's never won an MVP, bro.
No, he's not.
He's just not getting one. I hate to say it like that, but he's not getting one. James Harden's out for a month. That team's gonna fall off a cliff, I think. Because I think he's very important to what they do.
What video did you send me?
Did I send it to you? Make sure I send it to you.
Yeah,
it's a link. It's on your phone. Do you get it?
Yeah, I don't get what happened. T-Wolves Rockets.
Yeah, look at the person standing there with their hands on their hips, not moving.
Oh, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
What's he doing, bro?
He's standing there, not moving at all.
He has not. I mean, that was my preseason you pick. He has not done well at all this year. I think he's been very inconsistent. Plus 20 like once, twice.
He's been very inconsistent this season. And I reading some of his quotes, he's kind of fed up with this Rudy Gobert thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Like he literally said, I don't want to go, I don't have space to go dunk on everybody. I can't go dunk on everybody. I'm 6'4".
Yeah, hasn't there been a quote floating around from him last year about having more space? Or I may be getting confused with someone else about a different teammate. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'll look at that, maybe bring it back up if I find it. But
yeah, that's fine. It's way too early for him to be checked out like that. He does need to get it together a little bit. And I do believe they put a lot of stock into that. This whole experiment was based on him taking a giant lead this year, which I felt like was slightly early, but I understood why they did it too. But I don't know, man. It's gotta get better. It just does. I know the fit's not great. Rudy seems to not be able to do what I thought he would do. I thought regular season that fit would be okay. And maybe it still will be. Maybe they have kinks to work out early on. But it's not working, bro. Here's his game log. 18, 29, 34, 9, 30, 11. 30, 30, 11. He's just not, he hasn't found that consistency yet. He has not found
he has scored more than I thought he has, though.
Yeah, he hasn't found that consistency yet. But no, he's got to be engaged. He's got to be locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still young, so I know he probably still has a young mindset, but dog, they want to make you the face of this franchise. You got to take it, period.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. But no, the Timberwolves thing has been a disappointment so far. I don't want to hit the panic button because it's still early. I think they can get better, but it's got to start soon. It's got to start soon because that was a lot of draft capital. But you can always flip Cat into something.
You can always what?
Flip Cat.
Yeah,
I would trade Cat personally. But the other thing with them is they do have some flexibility this offseason because D'Angelo Russell's contract is up. And I don't think they're bringing D'Angelo Russell back. I wouldn't bring D'Angelo Russell back. That's Cat's friend. If you want to go with him, y'all can go together. But I wouldn't be looking at bringing D'Lo back. They need another type of point guard. He's not it. Gobert, he needs Stickum.
Yeah.
He just needs like some good old wide receiver Stickum so he can hold on to a basketball every now and then. Shout out Don Mitchell for being right about that. Shout out him for being right this entire time about Rudy Gobert not throwing the ball. But yeah, that team is nasty, bro. They play the Knicks tonight. They're 2.5-point favorites over the Knicks. That's interesting. But nah, Anthony has to be better. That team has a long way to go. It's a long season, but it's got to start. It's got to start soon, very soon. I like what the Trailblazers are doing, bro.
Yeah,
I like what they got going on. I feel like the Anthony Simons and Dame Lillard thing is looking nice. I got sold on them when they both were out the other night, and they beat the Suns. Granted, Jeremy Grant walked on the final possession he made the shot on, but the fact is the game was close with no Dame Lillard and no Jeremy Grant, and it could have went to overtime. I like what they're doing out there. How you feel about the Hawks right now?
Well, yeah, I was just about to say, it's unfortunate that the Bucks are gonna not be undefeated tomorrow, once the Hawks beat them tonight. But yeah, I feel pretty good about the Hawks. The most surprising thing so far is John Collins' defense. The man's like averaging like 4 or 5 blocks and steals combined each night. So that's really good. And still trying to learn how to mesh, Dewante and Trey. But I do like how Nate is offsetting them, kind of staggering them with the bench. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to complain about right now. The only problem down the road, our biggest problem is going to be depth. But we do still have our 6th man. He hasn't played yet, but Bogey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt in the playoffs last year. So
that's right. Yeah, he took a bad injury. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I do have a concern for the Hawks. I heard this last week on the Athletic NBA show, Levi. And they ran through the Hawks schedule and also mentioned how they were 17th in defensive rating against not very good teams. So it's like, don't fully trust them yet. How do you feel? How do you respond to that?
It's too early, because if I do have to identify a downfall, even though John Collins' pickup on defense is surprising. I mean, still Nate McMillan, the guy who's supposed to be a defensive minded coach, defense first. We've yet to see that enacted in Atlanta under his tenure. But right now, I'll still say it's a little too early for me to fully buy in on that. I want to give them more of a chance to let them figure things out, because they're really trying to figure out the rotation of that bench and that starting 5 too.
The best game is tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight.
We should have went.
Yeah, it's at home.
We low-key should have went. It's all right.
Should have. Hey, we got let's see. Got some good home games after that. You got Jazz.
Ooh.
The 76ers. The Celtics are coming in town the 16th.
The 16th. You know what? This is actually, I gotta see what my schedule is like, because I might not even be at work too. I might be off that week because I'm going. Never mind. I'll tell you off here. Putting all my business out there. But yeah, so we might work that out.
We'll look at it. Yeah.
Speaking of the Celtics, it's alarming how willing they are to let Ime Udoka go. And how the Nets were like, Ime. And so it was like, sure, have him. The Nets' ability to ignore red flags is astounding.
Yeah. Desperation calls for desperate measures.
Like the Nets are that friend that always gets in relationships that end up being toxic because they ignore all the signs. And you'd be like, you know better. And they'd be like, yeah, but look at it. It's right there. That's what the Nets are. So I should cheer for the Nets, actually, because never mind. We relate. I understand you, Joe. So I get it, bro. I get you, Joe. I get you. But I just want to throw that little tidbit in there. I don't think I have much else, bro. I think I'm good. I don't think I have much else to add. You got anything else you need to say?
No, that's about it.
All right.
Oh wait, yeah, I do have something. Yeah, I got it written down. So every year, Titus, I make sure my voice at some point around this time every year, I try to give my Alabama basketball prediction for the year. And Titus, the CBB has kicked off today. Alabama plays some, D3 team tonight, as all these other teams do. Thanks. And I'm really excited about Brandon Miller, freshman, who's 5-star small forward. Some people have him a lot of people have him already as best small forward in the nation. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do under Nate Oates, who's going into his 4th year at Alabama. Jury is still out on if Nate Oates is a good recruiter or a good recruiter and a good coach. Right now, he's got good recruiting down, but we still got to figure out the X's and O's thing. So, some transfers. Mark Sears from Ohio, he's coming in, point guard, or I think will play more 2 guard. We got Javon Quinterly, who's 26 years old. He's coming back for his 10th college year. So that'll be fun. So my prediction, though, Alabama, calling Sweet 16 right now for Alabama.
The Sweet 16.
Sweet 16 for Alabama.
Go.
With a possibility of going further.
Beautifully bold prediction. I like it. I respect it.
Hey, you're UNC starting out in the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they put a bad omen around the season when they took that Sports Illustrated picture. The recreated Sports Illustrated picture from like the Dean Smith era when they started preseason number 1 and won the championship, and I don't like it. I don't like putting that energy out there. Cause that's just freezing cold takes. Freezing cold takes is watching that picture, waiting. He got the tweet loaded up right now. He's ready to go. I don't like playing with that, man.
What's crazy too is all y'all's guys came back,
right?
But they kind of really needed to. Y'all got bailed out because if I'm not wrong, that recruiting class last year was like in the 30s or 40s. I don't even think it was the top 25 recruiting class for UNC last year.
Let me see.
Unless there was just like a late signee that I didn't see. That's where they were.
It could have been, but it also could have been because they knew all those guys were coming back, so they didn't go too heavy.
True, and maybe I don't know if y'all got a transfer.
Yeah, because we are active in the transfer portal. Because it's about recruiting. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. If I can get this to load. Oh, dang, I needed team rankings. I'm bugging.
It was 12th.
Aha!
2022.
Tried to bury us. Tried to bury this.
I did. But no 5-star.
Okay, so a bunch of guys so it's gonna be like, we're gonna have this year, hopefully if it goes well, then next year is gonna be terrible. And then the year after that's gonna be and the next year is gonna be cool. But no matter what happens, Levi, I can live off ending Coach K's career and beating him in his final home game. I can live off that for at least a year and a half. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So I'm sorry, I just got thrown off here. I apologize.
You did.
Isn't composite ranking like what your team together?
I never figured out what that meant actually.
Yeah, so
could be right.
I'm pretty sure composite rank is when you just take the whole team and judge them off of what they were recruited at or as recruits. So Alabama's actually number 3 in the nation in composite ranking.
Wow.
Number 1 is Duke and number 2 is Arkansas.
Arkansas is expected to be really good this year.
Yeah, they were good last year.
Yeah.
And they've been recruiting very well. And they're I think they got the number 1 class right now.
Yeah. And if they're not good, they'll bite your nose off.
Yeah.
Bite your nose right off your face.
Eric Musselman.
Right. Shout out to him. Better be real careful. Real careful around Mr. Muscle Man.
Muscle Man.
Yeah. What school pick what random school is gonna get upset by one of these D3 schools when they open the season up?
Probably Gonzaga. Let's say Gonzaga.
I'm with
Timmie. Drew Timmy's too old now.
I forgot 30. He was still in school.
I forgot he was too. I was like, why is Gonzaga ranked number 2 in preseason? And then I saw Drew Timmie there. I was like, that's got to be the reason why.
The man's watched Jalen Suggs and Chet Holmgren go pro, and he's still here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you haven't left yet.
He knows there's no hope in the next level for him. He knows. I know. Self-aware.
But I thought he was a senior by now. I really thought he was a senior by now. I'm like, you're not a senior yet, bro.
He got bailed out by the COVID year.
Oh, that's right. I'm not gonna lie though. If Jalen Suggs would have stayed 2 years, him, Chet, and Drew would have been kind of nasty.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a nasty little trio they would have had. But he did the right thing. Get the money, bro, because it might leave you the next year. Go get the money when the money's ready for you. But yeah, I think that's a wrap, man. This was a fun show. You know what I'm saying? We got to it. Got it done. You want to put this one out?
Yeah, I'll put it out. I'll put it out, and I'm about to put that Kyrie one out too.
Okay, bet. All right, cool. Well, thank y'all for listening, man. Follow us everywhere. I got emotional. My voice cracked. Yeah, got emotional. Choked me up. But yeah, so thank y'all, man. We're done. We're out. Have a good one.
Peace.